This morning, the 45th president is poised to become the 47th, with Donald Trump pulling off what may be the biggest comeback in modern American politics.
This was, I believe, the greatest political movement of all time.
President Biden calling Trump yesterday and inviting him to a White House meeting to, quote, ensure a smooth transition. The president-elect also holding phone calls with foreign leaders, including Volodymyr Zelenskyy of Ukraine and Xi Jinping of China. With votes still being counted, Trump is in a position to potentially sweep all 7 battleground states, including the Democratic blue wall of Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, becoming the first Republican in 20 years to win the national popular vote. The president's eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., reveling in his victory overnight.
The other side likes to talk about, they're the unity party, but we've actually brought people from across the aisle. We've brought people from different walks of life.
Trump expanding his coalition from 2016, winning men and first-time voters, and growing his support among working-class Americans, with a 17-point swing to Trump among those making under $100,000 a year versus President Biden in 2020. Trump making some gains with black voters in swing states and notching significant Latino support, especially among men.
This is a window of opportunity for the Republican Party to actually solve problems, expand and welcome more people in the party if they want to be able to maintain this.
According to a New York Times analysis, more than 90% of counties with nearly complete results shifted toward Trump on Tuesday.
America has given us an unprecedented and powerful mandate.
Trump's victory coming after 2 assassination attempts and multiple criminal charges against him, to which he has pled not guilty, also a felony conviction in New York. Eric Trump saying overnight those cases only strengthened his support.
The American people saw through it. They didn't buy it. And Donald Trump is more popular than ever before, and none of the things that they throw at him today, they don't stick.
And now the Justice Department is evaluating how best to wind down those remaining criminal cases against Donald Trump, according to 2 people familiar with the matter. That's in keeping with the DOJ's longstanding policy that you cannot prosecute a sitting president. Hoda?
Garrett, there was another really big shift in the election. It was the blue states like New York and Illinois where Trump made a lot of inroads. What was behind all that?
Yeah, it's true. The blue states got a lot more purple, and I think what you see there is that working class coalition who has all the same concerns about things like inflation and immigration. But folks who feel that way live everywhere. Look at New Jersey. This is a state where Donald Trump was able to cut Joe Biden's margin by essentially into a third, from 15 points for Joe Biden down to 5 points for Kamala Harris. Same dynamic across the river in New York State, where he had the best performance by any Republican since 1988. Now, these are not states that Donald Trump carried. They're still going to be difficult for any Republican to carry in a presidential election. But by keeping the margins close, he may have been able to save some Republican House seats, something that could matter a great deal when he heads to Washington in January.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.